Look at her. She's gorgeous.
Very nice, Doc. Our captors will love it.
Would, but it's not for them, it's for us. We're getting out of here.
Ah, I see. And what happens with this?
What, are you kidding? I gotta build more. This is a work of art. I've never designed anything like it. Just look at it. This is the future, Yinsen.
Now that their assets are frozen, they've holed up.
Here?
Yes, indeed. AIM Central.
And Stain?
Nowhere to be found, Tony.
Well, first things first.
Laser accumulator detected, sir. Most likely used to power the shield protecting the enemy's compound. There appear to be 4 in total.
So we have to destroy 4 fuel tanks to disable the shield around the space tether. And unlike the previous level where we could approach it from various directions, the game forces us to approach it from only one, meaning it's a lot more difficult. This is where appropriately rerouting your power and using auxiliary functions like the energy shield becomes very, very important. Because as you notice, we're kind of dying very fast. This is far and away the most difficult level in the PS3 version, but that's okay because it is the penultimate level. So it seems like AIM finally found an answer to their power source issue. They're going to use outer space. But we can't let that happen because, as we've seen already, there's an army of battle suits that are in store if we do. And not even we can stop an army of Iron Man suits. However, this is also clearly AIM's last option because, as Rhodey said, this is AIM Central, their headquarters. They have absolutely no other alternatives for power if we take them out here. I mean, they could use the heart that Stain stole, but something tells me that he's not going to hand that over. Because if he was, then they still wouldn't be looking for power, right? AIM would just be using the heart Stain had. So presumably right before Stain stole our heart, he severed his connection with AIM. Or maybe he's still pretending to be connected to them, but is keeping the power source for himself. Well, for himself in a relative sense, he did say he wanted it vetted for mass production, which would mean he's going to push it to market. Probably relatively soon as well, but he would have to take us out before he could do that, because otherwise we're just going to stop him.
Good job, Tony. You're through.
Destroying the satellite control centers will disable many of the tether systems and shields.
Much like the Flying Fortress in a much earlier mission, we have to take the space tether out slowly, one step at a time, starting with the controls, which is arguably the most important part if you actually want to get power from your space tether. We're also getting missiles up the ass as we do this, because this is the area with the highest concentration of enemies, as you might expect. Fortunately, the control centers aren't exactly durable, so this is fairly easy, especially in comparison to the fuel tanks that we just took out.
Due to the destruction of its control, the satellite has begun to destabilize. If the satellite remains attached to the tether during its destruction, debris will re-enter the atmosphere and result in extensive damage across the region.
Jarvis, how much time do we have?
Analyzing. 4 minutes remaining. Shield detected. Destroy it to approach the tether.
Shield. Great.
It may not seem like it, but 4 minutes is way more than enough time to finish our job here, as long as we stay focused and don't shoot the enemies. There are an uncountable number of power centers, but just like the control centers, they're very easy to destroy. And as long as you focus on them, the time limit won't be an issue. The real issue here is getting shot dead while you destroy them. And again, this is where appropriate power routing and your energy shield will come in handy. The energy shield, while very useful, does lower our resources quite a bit though, which makes it harder to destroy things, so we need to use it sparingly. That being said, using it is still better than dying in any case, because if you die, then no one's left to destroy the space tether in the first place. At least after we're finished with this, we can finally find Stain and put an end to this once and for all.
3 minutes remaining. Suggest destroying satellite coupling, sir.
Damn it, Jarvis, I'm trying.
Remaining. Satellite released into space, sir.
Huh. Good. Aim's done.
You did it!
Pepper, get over to the office and find out where Stain is.
Okay, got it.
Rhodey, meet me back at the workshop. I could use some help with the suit.
Roger that.